What is good? It is your boy PvbloGrey, and we are back with another reaction video. And today we got a clip from Bloomberg Quick Take News. Title of it is COVID-19 Relief Package. What's in the $900 billion stimulus bill in Congress? So we're gonna explore this topic. People have been waiting for another stimulus check since the first one. The first one consisted of, I believe, $1,200 and other stipulations that I can't remember right now. But from what I know, from what people are saying, it's only $600, which is half of what was given last time. I don't know who the fuck is living off $600. So, but anyway, man, before we get into it, you like what I'm doing here? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Help me beat the algorithm. I really do. Thank y'all. My page been growing like crazy. I remember only having like maybe 13 subscribers. We almost at 200. I really do appreciate this, man. I wouldn't continue doing this if it wasn't for y'all, to be real with you. So I really do appreciate that shit, man. Thank you. Let's get into the video.
Bloomberg congressional reporter Billy House joins us now from Washington. Hey, Billy, good morning. It's really great to have you on the show today. We are so close to having a stimulus plan. If this indeed gets voted on today, when will Americans start to see the benefits?
Well, it'll take beyond Christmas and perhaps in early January to see the direct, payments that are going to go to some people. And still, the president.
So let me pause that. Basically, what this man just said is, if you thought you was getting two stimulus checks in 2020, you have been sadly mistaken. That's not happening. This $600 that they plan on giving you is going to happen in 2020. The same year you got to pay back that $1,200 they first gave you. You got to pay back to yourself because it's from your income tax. So, yeah, that's what he's saying.
Will have to sign this bill, and they built into the bill 7 days, kind of a 7-day CR to allow things that do run out, not to run out until he does sign it. But by early next year, if not the late December, some of these mechanisms will kick in. There's some breaking news here. As Pelosi's just announced, she's headed to the House floor right now to announce today's, apparently to describe today's plans for the votes, which have not yet been scheduled. Text even hasn't been released yet of the agreement.
So what does that mean for the timeline now that Pelosi is doing this?
It looks like the way things might roll out is that the bill text, the actual language, will be made public early around 10 o'clock Maine, and then perhaps House votes in late afternoon, Senate votes this evening. Perhaps this gets done by midnight tonight.
Okay, and if it does get done,
simply to put that shit, a bunch of nonsense. It's going to take a little bit. The important meat from that information is that it's going to be a little bit while before you actually know. It's going to take about a day before you actually know. But they in the midst of figuring some shit out. So that's some good news.
done by midnight tonight, what comes next?
Well, then it is sent over to the White House, and there are, of course, as there are with a lot of things with this president, some wondering what will happen. But it seems that he will, while publicly complaining about aspects, will probably sign it, and he's already taken credit for the direct payments part of it.
Well, let's talk about those direct payments. $600 to individuals who are making $75,000 a year or less. For couples, it goes up to $150,000 per household. What are the details that you can give us on these direct payments and how they may be different than the direct payments we saw earlier in the year?
Well, we do know that it's going to go through the Internal Revenue Service Office, which has already set up a system to distribute it.
Okay. So let me break that down for you if you didn't understand what the man just said. Basically, $600, like I said before. And not only that, but this shit is going to be ran through the IRS. You know, the shit that the people that collect your money, that collect money that's owed, whether it's to them or other people, they the one that's all up in your wallet. So, who lost my earpiece? So, you're going to be dealing with the IRS. These are the same people that deal with your income tax. So a lot of people don't know that the last stimulus check came from your income tax. I'm not sure if it was ran through the IRS. I didn't look into it. I don't really give a fuck. I probably should, but this, for instance, this stimulus check is going to be ran through the IRS. Anyone who is an adult, you know exactly who the IRS is. So, you know it's not just something for the IRS to be handing out money. And they don't do it without some type of stipulation. So, be aware of that.
Democrats, some Democrats are already complaining it's too low. In fact, John Ossoff, the Senate, the Democratic opponent in the Georgia runoff to Senator David Perdue, has just tweeted that, really? $600?
Yeah.
But it is something, and I'm sure that it'll be received as something at least.
What about when it comes to...
Just listen to what the fuck the man just said. It's something. Like, bro, we can't even have somebody sit down and do the average on, like, money. Like, I know it wouldn't be practical to do it based off area, where certain areas get more money than others, because then people would just fucking move to other areas if they really that desperate. But, like, you could just take the nation's average, and I really hope that's what's been being done here. But I can't imagine the nation's average for a monthly household being $600. That means for rent, food, utilities, just survival period, $600. I can't imagine that being the nation average. So yeah, y'all gonna have to go to the drawing board with that shit, because that ain't it, bro.
The aid to small businesses. We've reported a lot here on Quick Take about how small businesses around the country have struggled, and indeed these small business owners have had to tap into personal savings to continue to keep their businesses open around the country. What do we know about aid for small businesses?
Well, again, they will have to apply. It would be about $284 billion if we're talking about the Paycheck Protection Program, and that'll include forgivable loans. But what's not going to be included, and what some businesses wanted, was the liability shield, the insurance sort of thing. But the Paycheck Protection Program will be expansive.
If you don't know what he's talking about, the insurance liability, right? There are, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Somebody can let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section. But if I'm not mistaken, there are insurance companies that are saying they won't insure your business if you decide to stay open, even though 9 times out of 10, the people who decided to stay open as a company, as a business, they're doing so not to be vicious or nothing, not to be an asshole, but because they have to make money, they have to feed their family, and they understand that for them to close their business would be going against their constitutional right, or whatever right that they believe they have. So, excuse me, with that being said, these insurance companies don't want shit to do with that. They're not insuring you, so they will drop you as a client for doing this shit. They won't cover your shit for doing this shit if something happens. So be aware of that too.
Include even areas of transportation, airline, payrolls, that sort of thing.
What was the last-minute drama that we saw play out over the weekend when it came to the power of the Federal Reserve and the concerns that lawmakers had around that?
The notion that somehow the CARES Act set up a sort of system that could forever let an administration manipulate the money in that for any use they wanted. The argument was whether that was supposed to be temporary or something permanent, and Republicans wanted to shut it down. Democrats responded that Republicans were trying to hamstring a new president, and so that went on. That was at the last second, as you said, and
so also at the end of this, it says unemployment insurance to extend 10 weeks, $300 payments per week. So at most $1,200 in a month. Bro, that ain't shit. Most people gotta pay that shit in just in food or utilities, like in rent. Like, Y'all really want people to fucking suffer. Y'all don't have a real game plan other than vaccinate, 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 and then you still telling niggas to social distance and still put masks on after vaccinating. I don't think people really want a solution. I don't think the people in power want a real solution. They want to figure out a way to have the most control in the midst of this chaos. And I really don't see how y'all don't see this shit. I'm not gonna keep playing the video because I heard enough. You heard what you need to hear. $600 is all you getting. It is what it is. Blame the administration or whoever the fuck passed this relief. But yeah, I hate to see the direction we're going in. I had hope earlier in the summer, but yeah, this looking bad, man. Not to mention the shit they got going in Europe, where a new strain of COVID makes everyone go on mandatory lockdown. Of course, y'all do that shit right before the New Year's, right before this nigga Joe Biden get in office, and y'all got the whole country on lockdown. How long y'all gonna do that? But that's another video. We're gonna get to that video eventually. But y'all like what I'm doing here. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really do appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Peace.